Tom, I've followed you a long time. You're my personal friend. And for people that are around this program every day, where the fans aren't, I have never felt more proud of a Spartan team in any sport, in any way. There's 15 kids on this team that I don't think you'd care, I'd care if they married our daughters. 30 wins. There's nothing to hang your head over, is there?
No, there's really not, Hundo, but that's the world we live in. You know, I'm not happy about the loss. I'm mad at myself, mad at my staff, mad at my shooters, mad at my free throw shooters. You know, but there's time I'm mad at my wife or mad at my kids. Doesn't mean I don't love them anymore. It doesn't mean I don't care about them. It doesn't mean that I'm trading them in. I wouldn't trade these guys for the world. You know, I really wouldn't. And I don't think people understand that. And I can imagine that there'll be some days ahead that'll be interesting. But at the same time, I can stick up for these guys morning, noon, and night. And I would just ask, because I'm sure you'll get it out there, you know, be upset with the coach and the assistants or something, but don't be upset with these kids because they gave you every single thing they could in a classful, energetic, compassionate, very caring
I say integrous, too. They were integrity.
Integrous, yeah, I guess I don't. Integrity, I know. Integrous, you know, I'm thinking all these big words, but I love them because they love me. I love them because they love the university, and I love them because they love their community. So they loved all 455,000 alums. They wanted to play for them. Some teams want to play for themselves. Some teams want to play for other people. I think that was the Tom in them that grew to the Josh and Miles, and it just grew to Nick Ward, and it was really a cool thing that happened. That I probably I'll learn a lot from, and I'll appreciate it, you know, and it'll help me be a better father, a better coach, and a better person, and that's what I just would have liked, you know, to take him another step farther, but it's not going to change how I feel about him. And it's not going to make me think, you know, if I lost to Duke instead of Syracuse, it was any big deal. And I'm sure I ruined a lot of brackets and disappointed a lot of people, but not disappointing my players.
No way. Just two more questions, but basketball is such a unique sport. People are going to complain at shots, but you look at how well you've shot all year. You got the shots tonight. They just didn't go down. I mean, you get a guy with a wide open three and he misses it who's got a high percentage. There's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes the ball just bounces the wrong way, doesn't it?
Well, I thought so. You know, like I said, we missed some layups. We missed some wide open threes. I mean, I said, you know, Josh is usually, I just read something where they said when he starts out making a shot, he made the first shot he took, and then, you know, poor kid just struggled. But, God, he did such a good job defensively. He played so hard. Cassius did the same thing, you know. I mean, did Miles have more weight on his shoulders? It wasn't selfish weight. It just won a weight. You know, he wanted to do this. He wanted to do this. He wanted to be thought of like the other great players that have played here, because sometimes we only judge them by their ultimate accomplishments instead of the process and the path that got him to those accomplishments. His path, his ultimate wasn't quite there. His path was as good or better than anybody I've ever coached. And so I don't feel, you know, I feel disappointed. I don't feel cheated. We got beat by a good team. They're not a great team. He'd be the first to tell you that. They play a unique style, and if it's your day not to shoot well, a couple years ago it took him to a Final Four when he thought they'd get beat in the first game, you know. Give him credit. That length and that size, and he does such a good job coaching them. They deserve to win.
Last question. This has been, to me, the weirdest season watching you coach, and I've covered so many great kids, You didn't go to bed worrying, am I going to wake up with Matt Larson calling me about a problem tomorrow morning? Wonderful in the classroom, great human beings. Outside noise, I don't think anyone understands the brutality. So I'm a media guy, but even some of the questions I've heard Miles have to answer, I told Miles, I'd have been punching people if they talked about my mother that way. It's been difficult. I think this was one of your best coaching jobs personally. I've told you that privately. I'll tell you it publicly. How are you a better coach from this team?
Well, I didn't think I did a great job today, but I would have to say that I learned what I've been told my whole life, and I lived it this year. Control the things that you can control. And what is it, the serenity prayer, you know, and understand that some things you can't control. And if you let those things that you can't control get to you on the things you can control, it's going to not make you as good. And I'm not going to lie to you, there were times that there were things that I couldn't control and I didn't control, and I tried to control them the best I could. And if it wasn't for, in all seriousness, my family, my players, and Matt Larson, I'm not sure I would have been able to control it. But one thing, never once wavered. Mm-hmm. Never once. I could always live with myself. And like my old Dove commercial, I do feel comfortable in my own skin. And I do feel like nobody's been cheated. I will always do anything I can to help the team, the program, the university, the community, and people in general. And maybe now there's other things I got to do to reach out, and maybe I'll do a better job of that.
Never apologize for a season you hang a banner.
Yeah, we did hang a banner. You know, it's. I guess now we've gotten to the point where we're trying to hang certain banners, and that's not. That's not fair. I got a kick out of some of the questions. You know, was the pressure too high? What do they think that kids come for? Right. If you come just to be a pro, that's no fun. You come to do things that you come to do both. Come to get better as a player, get better as a person, get better as a student, and win championships.
Well, as a guy that's covered every one of them, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to be your friend. Great job, Tom.
Thanks, Hondo.